Hello, Outlaw Nation, and welcome back to the Outlaw Dynasty Outlaw Insider Week 4. An amazing win last week as the Outlaws knock off the number 2 Penn State Nittany Lions. Definitely the biggest win in school history, and as a result of that, you may have noticed there, we are the number 25 team in the country. First time in program history that we have ever received a ranking of any sort. So uncharted territory again. We knock off number 2 at home last week, but we got a whole new monster this week as we head on the road to Rocky Top to take on the number 1 and defending national champion Tennessee Vols. So let's take a look at the top 25, Cruton, check out the Vols, and look at this week's matchup. Let's go. Your Week 4 top 25 starts with Tennessee, Nebraska, Florida State, Oregon, USC, Minnesota, Virginia Tech, Arkansas, Iowa, and Illinois rounds out the top 10. Notre Dame, Florida, Penn State drops from 2 to 13, Northwest Missouri, Oklahoma drops from 5 to 15, LSU, Georgia, California, Arizona, and Miami. With Ohio State, Arizona State, Texas Tech, Washington, and your Oklahoma Tech Outlaws, the number 25 team in the nation. You may also notice there, our defense from last week to this week has gone from a 71 to a 73 and pushed our overall from a 68 to a 70. And we'll take a peek at how that happened here in a little bit. But that is your Week 4 top 25. All right, last week's results. Of course, our big upset of Penn State, 45-35. Arizona takes out Louisiana Tech, 23-16. UTEP over Toledo, 21-13. South Carolina over New Mexico State. Texas State takes out Cincinnati, 38-9. Central Missouri played another FCS team. Baylor over UTSA, 41-27. Arkansas Tech loses to an FCS team, 18-14. Maryland over Pittsburgh State, 49-32. And USC drills Arkansas State 45-10. This week, we head to Tennessee to take on the Vols. Northwest Missouri is at Virginia. Kansas at Arkansas Tech. Toledo at Arkansas State. Louisiana Tech at Northern Illinois. Utah State at UTSA. Texas State goes to Oregon. North Texas at Boise State. Central Missouri with another FCS game. East Carolina goes to UTEP. Pittsburgh State goes to the Big House to take on the Wolverines. And the rivalry game between New Mexico and New Mexico State. We'll start taking a look at the conference standings once we get into conference play. Right now, there's really not any need. But there you go. That is the Week 4 Conference USA schedule. Our Week 4 Heisman watch. Johnson, the halfback from Georgia, still number 1. But number 2 is the quarterback for Tennessee, Joe Johnson. And number 3 is the running back for Tennessee, Chris Young. So our defense will be going up against the number 2 and number 3 in the current Heisman favorites poll here. So we got a challenge ahead of us this week. That is Week 4 Heisman look. Talking Cruton. Not a lot of changes this week. Board pretty much stays the same. We bumped up on a few guys, started gaining some ground, and then we set up, I think, 4 visits. But other than that, no changes. So we'll come back and check it out next week and see if we got anything after the Tennessee game. But that is a quick peek at Cruton. Let's check out the Vols. Of course, number 2 in the Heisman race right now, Joe Johnson, senior quarterback, 6'5", 226, is at 93 overall. Doesn't look like a runner. He's probably going to have crazy throw power and accuracy, though. Got that 99 awareness. Yeah, 96 accuracy, just 81 throw power, so not too bad there, but the 99 awareness. So definitely the leader of their team. Halfback, 94 overall, Young, number 3 in the Heisman race right now, and then he's backed up by 92 overall, Mosby. So definitely some talent in the backfield there. 77 fullback, wideouts, 85-80, 77-68, so that doesn't look too overwhelming there. Tight end, 81 overall with a 76 behind him. O-line's going to go 87, 88, 93, 88, 86. So they got a solid offensive line. Left end goes 90, 85 right end, D tackles 89, 83. Left outside linebacker 84, middle backer 81, right backer 83. Corners 86, 83, 82. Free safety 89, strong safety 83, 78 kicker, and 81 punter. So number one team in the nation, defending national champions. Some of the positions they don't look super great at, but pretty much across the board they're going to be a solid football team with a 93 overall quarterback and a 94 running back. Offense is probably their strong suit, but all around it's going to be a challenge for us on the road in that atmosphere against the top team in the nation, and hopefully we can perform well. But that is a quick look at the Volunteers. Okay, so I was curious to see how we went up from a 71 to a 73 on defense, and then to start out, Romero, +1 awareness, plus another +1. I guess he got another +1 somewhere along the line because he's all the way up to a 77 overall now. Williams, the backup, who hadn't even seen the field, +1 awareness, +1, 74 overall. Nothing for the running backs. Yeti had a +1 there to awareness. +1 awareness to Gabriel, and he's had a increase too because he's a 71 overall now. And then Parrish, who hadn't even seen the field, +1 to 63. +1 awareness Mayfield, +1 Lane. So a lot of +1s on awareness. Payne gets a +1. Reed, nothing for the right tackle. Stokes, nothing. Flanagan, a +1 awareness, and he's also gone up to a 74 at some point. Good grief, our defensive tackles have all gone up some too. +1 for Henderson, +1 for Big Huey. So that's what happened. Wow, all the corners, +1, +1, +1. And at some point, Vela's gone up because he's a 74 overall now. +1 for Pittman. Okay, so I guess that's how it happened. All these +1s on awareness, especially in the secondary there and on the D-line, I guess pushed us from a 71 to a 73. It seems like we would have went up on offense too because we had the two quarterbacks go up 1 overall. But nevertheless, there's a quick look at our advancement. Outlaws are getting better. How about that? All right, the Vols so far this year, they beat number 16 LSU 42 to 35, beat Texas A&M 49 to 24, and thumped number 12 Florida 51 to 27. And two of those games were on the road, so they're definitely a strong football team. Outlaws open up with a win over Tulsa 35-21, drop one to number 7 Virginia Tech 27-21 in Blacksburg, and then our big upset of Penn State last week 45 to 35. Through 3 games, Johnson, Tennessee, 81 out of 118 for 935 yards, 16 touchdowns to 1 pick in 3 games. So he's averaging over 5 throwing touchdowns a game. Wow. Young, that tailback, 45 carries for 327 yards and 2 touchdowns. McKenzie's their leading receiver, 21 for 330 and 5 touchdown grabs. Brown leads them in tackles with 11. Fitzpatrick leads them with 1 interception. And Brown has a sack. So Brown, Fitzpatrick, Brown, McKenzie, Young, and Johnson, those are your names to watch this week during the game for Tennessee. So for 3 games for the Outlaws, Romero 49 of 68 for 739, 7 touchdowns, 5 picks. Anderson 38 carries for 191 yards, 3 touchdowns. Palmer with 14 grabs for 322 yards and 3 touchdowns. Balser leads the way with 14 tackles. Still just the 3 picks. McBride, Vela, and who got the other one? I don't even remember. Was it Scott? Scott's got a pick. And then Roberson with our lone sack on the season. Those are going to be our team leaders through 3 games. Overall, Tennessee doesn't have any prospects coming in this week. They are an A-, an A, and a B+. They're going to lead in most of the categories there. We do lead in total defense, 346 a game, number 39 overall, 176 passing yards a game. Got to get that turnover difference down. We're at a -4 already. Don't like that. Outlaws C-, D+, C. So, yeah, it's going to be a tall task for us on the road at Rocky Top, but hopefully we'll be up to the challenge. That is a quick overall look at this week's matchup. All right, there you have it. 93 overall Tennessee against 70 overall Oklahoma Tech. Our 67 offense against their 90 defense. Their 95 offense against our 73 defense. Well, they ain't running the light speed. Why is that giving them my offense? All right, so I said they were running light speed, but we know that's not true. So Desmond Williams is their head coach. Looks like they're going to be running the BYU Air Raid on offense and running the 3-4 on defense. Those are what we're going to have to prepare for this week. All right, so with all those plus ones we got, looks like Big Huey has gone up to 78 overall to replace our backup kicker as our third highest rated player. With Big Dave Smith 79 and Big Beef 83 overall. Tennessee with their quarterback Johnson, their center McBride, and their halfback Young 94, 93, 93. Those are going to be their three top players. And there we go. Number 25 Oklahoma Tech 2-1 versus number 1 Tennessee 3-0. 33 points a game for the Outlaws, 47 for Tennessee so far this season. Hopefully we can come out and play well this week. But that's going to be it this week for the Outlaw Insider Week 4. We appreciate you stopping by and checking us out. If you're enjoying the Outlaw Dynasty, we sure would appreciate hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We love the comments, share, hoist trophies, win championships. For the Tater Sports Network, I'm Chip D. Till next time, see ya.
You crazy mother.